Welcome back to Iron and Leather. I'm Clark.
I'm Preston.
Today we're doing a brand review on Alfa Western Wear.
Yes.
We've had our boots for 2 years now, dude.
Yeah, about two. Yeah.
We bought them at the same time when we were working together, obviously.
Then we bought it through. I think we bought it during one of the holiday times too,
Yeah,
right?
because
Like
they were on sale.
sale and stuff like that too. Yeah.
So we were very impressed with like the pricing, but we
Yeah.
were very new into boots.
This is
I
like
had
one of our
worn
first.
boots
Like
before, but
was like I would say one of our like kind of like first pair. You know what I mean, of
yeah,
getting into boots. And we live in boot. Like the boot capital, boot city. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? We being in El Paso. Uh, uh, Out here in Texas. So it's one of those ones where it's like we could have easily went and you know what I mean and probably brand shopped and all that stuff. But I know during at the time we was going off of what we could afford. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Just to get into the wares to say that yeah we have some. You know what I
And
mean?
then at that time, we were working a lot of OT, so
We were.
so we got the fat check. We're
Yeah.
like, let's splurge a little.
I got enough to splurge for
Yeah,
one top sirloin
yeah,
and a pair of boots. No, no, no. But it was one of those ones where it was like we just like most of y'all out there too, when you get a little extra, and you've been working so hard, for others and
hmm
putting yourself on the back burner. It was one of those ones where it was like, hey, look,
It's nice
perfect
to
time,
yeah,
do something for yourself. You know what I
very
mean?
nice to
And
treat yourself.
and please don't forget that. Like before we even get into this review, please don't forget like do something for yourself. Especially if you're one of those ones that people rely on a lot. You know what I mean? And you go up above and beyond for everybody too. Don't put yourself on the back burner because you're gonna get burned out really
Yeah,
quick. You know what I mean? And then you're end up gonna figure out like, well, why nobody's doing stuff for me? You have a very negative outlook. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Versus be your own biggest fan, be your own person that looking out for yourself. You know what I mean? And still do what you're gonna do for others and stuff like that. But don't forget about the most important person, which is
Yeah,
yourself. You know what I mean? You're with yourself 24/7. You know what I mean? More than anybody
hmm
else is. So make sure you just you treat yourself. You know what I mean? Like I said, and that's what he brought up. That's what we did with these purchases at the time because that's what we could afford to. At
yeah.
the time too.
We
So
thought they were great deals.
mhm.
For some reason, we were seeing the commercials like on
Yeah,
social
yeah.
media.
You know how it goes
Yeah,
after you buy, and then
yeah,
it's like, oh yeah, all these commercials pop, all these ads pop up. Who's listening?
yeah. So, brand review. You want to go first, Preston? See, like,
Yeah. So I was today years old when I learned that. Well, because I didn't quite pay attention to it as well, but print wise, when you're getting different leathers and stuff like that, depending on the size of the animal, you can get it from different spots, and they will have different patterns or wear to it as
yeah.
well. And that's something that Clark taught me. Like for me, and I believe me, correct me if I'm wrong. This is more of a tail print on my leather right here,
So these
or
would be more of a tail
okay, his
with
is
the
more of a
rays.
tail. Okay,
This is probably, yeah, probably tail, if not back, because this is the side right here.
okay, and it looks, if you can tell from that angle too,
hmm
like there are different type of prints, like on it,
Different
like the
cuts to the
cuts of it.
animal.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So
both of these are supposed to be a caiman.
yeah, and that's what I'm
Um,
saying. They can vary. So that's the reason
yeah,
why, because like we both have the caiman, they almost look identical, but then once you start really looking
look,
at it,
they're quite
they're
different, right?
quite different though too.
Because so when it comes to caiman, you got three major cuts. You got tail cut, belly cut, and side cut.
Gotcha.
Um, these almost look belly because
Hmm.
like how little the
And how smooth the
it is.
pattern is.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
For instance, that's more like a tail where it's like the
yeah.
very aggressive on
Yeah,
the
yeah.
almost like a horn.
Horn or something like that too. Yeah. So my review, so for me, I was really sold on the price, the affordability to get into something. And I'm telling you, when you look online, I mean, even now they still look like a really good shoe.
They
But
do. They're-
online, it's like one of those ones where you buy in the showroom floor, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, oh yeah, on the showroom under the lights and all that stuff. Perfect picture, car looks amazing and stuff like that. And same kind of with boots or any other things you look online, didn't have like one of those like um um models or mannequins that that wear it, but the way they shot it and stuff like that, it looked like a great boot. And I still love the way this boot looks. But what I found out that then I can't wear it as often because how tight the leather is, like how tight the
I have the same
actual boot
problem with
is,
Alfa.
right? So
Like, even though I bought my true size
yeah,
in boots, and I've been wearing boots now for a long
same,
time,
yeah,
um, they just don't fit well.
yeah.
Like their sizing, there's something up with their sizing.
And I don't know if it's like because I didn't see anything at that time. Again, an impulse buy. I was just happy to get into the boot. I don't know if they had it to where it's like, hey, in the description, you might need to size up or size down, you
Yeah,
know what I mean, or
absolutely.
anything like that. I wear size 13, so with mine, I don't know if it was one of those ones where it's like, hey, yeah, I might want to have gone a size up. Then I probably would have had better fitment and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
Other than that, um, compared to say my Ariats or wherever like that, they have like a sneaker almost sole or cushion into it, which I prefer a little bit more,
Okay.
being a heavier guy. You know what I mean? Because I think that's another too. You don't see a lot of reviews where they tell you where weight makes a difference when you wear shoes and stuff like that too. And I'm all about having the traditional, leather insert and all of those stuff. But I know if I'm going to wear it more often and more of a daily thing, I want to be comfortable. Like
Yeah.
I didn't pay all this money for a boot not to be
Yeah.
comfortable in it either, right? Not to be sitting over there with beauty standards and stuff like that, where sometimes they do the corsage or the corset or whatever like that, they pull it real tight, and a woman can't breathe and nothing like that, So those are I guess my two, gripes I would have or issues with it. I wouldn't deter anybody from like still trying that out, especially at an affordability rate. But I would say do your homework a little bit more, and then just don't expect a Rolls Royce, a Cadillac of shoes. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to that stuff, or a boot. When I say
They're
that
very
too,
entry level, and
yeah,
like the price reflects. I have seen other influencers say like, "Man, these things are great." That wasn't my personal
hmm,
experience. Um, I probably wouldn't buy another pair from them
yeah.
personally.
So, and me, I probably would, right? Because now I know that they have, which is another thing that we found out too, is that reason why the leather and their boots were so affordable, especially even during sales, is because these are
They're a print.
they're a print. They're made to look like on a cow leather. That's what
Yeah,
these are. There's not the real actual Cayman leather that they're using. So we found that out. I was like, okay, that makes sense on
yeah.
affordability and stuff like that too. But I think of recent, do have now. They have a recent, or like I said, it could have been I didn't pay attention, but they have like a section now for the authentic
Exotic.
exotic leathers and stuff like
Which
that.
even then
So
they're quite affordable. I would say you can get an authentic exotic for around the $200 mark,
okay,
which is a lot cheaper
a
than
lot
most
cheaper,
brands.
yeah.
But
But again, with my whole thing is I want to try give it kind of like one last hoorah to see if like, okay, you know what?
yeah,
As far
absolutely.
as true to sizing wise, this might not be the best brand to go with for me, but who knows? I'm saying that for me, and I keep saying me and he keeps saying him, but it might work for you,
Yeah, or
and
it may not
it
work for
may
you.
not work for you, but you won't know until you try it
Try
out.
it.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? At least you know that you won't break the bank trying it out,
yeah, absolutely.
right?
And then like another thing that I would say is like a negative on Alpha, they don't have a lot of stores, so
True.
it's not like we can recommend you go. All right, well, go try them on in your local Western wear
Yeah.
store. At least here they don't
No,
carry them.
they don't carry them like that too. Even when you go to the ones that carry multiple brands like a Cavenders,
Like
or for us
Boot
like we
Barn,
Boot Barn, we have a Star
Star
Western
Western
Wear,
wears.
stuff like that. There's just certain brands that you're only unless you're in the city where those brands are being made, you're not going to be able to try them out. Like they're
Yeah,
they're carrying big brands and stuff like that too.
yeah. Your Ariat,
Yeah,
your maybe your Lucchese, your Tony
Casey, yeah,
Lama, maybe on
exactly.
Post.
Even though we have those individual stores here,
Yeah,
you can still go into those bigger
bigger store.
box type stores. Like if you was going into Foot Locker or
Absolutely.
Finish Line or anything like that, and you can get those same, like man, I got all different brands under one roof that I can all try and compare. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
absolutely.
So you don't kind of get that, which that's what I'm noticing. You don't kind of get that same openness when it comes to Western boot wears specifically. You'll see it more on the clothing and stuff like that, and maybe that may be a cost thing for whoever the business is and stuff like that too.
Absolutely.
They can house more of that than they could boots and stuff to different varieties or whatever. But I know my suggestion though, I would say go try them on. Like if you have a store, not just Alpha, but any brand,
For any brand,
go. If you have a store near you or within driving distance, especially when it comes to boots, it's much more easier to just go try them on, so you don't regret buying anything later.
Yeah.
If you have the opportunity, but if not, like I said, like how we started and we splurged on ourselves a little bit, go ahead and do what you gotta do. You know what I mean, and try them out. Just know that you can't be as picky if they don't come back how you want it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Do you got anything else on that? Because like that was my two two and a half type biggest things.
My biggest thing was when we bought them, they didn't have that authentic exotic section, and we didn't really know. We thought we were just getting these amazing deals on these exotic boots, and the sizing, like, they're extremely uncomfortable for me to wear. And then at the time, the return policy was pretty bad, so I really couldn't. I just got stuck with
them, yeah.
But yeah, I'm like happy like we get to break them out. This is something I personally don't wear, but we can still put it to use because we made a nice little video.
It wasn't one of those ones we didn't actually try our best to, like that break-in period and all that other stuff, right? It just, some stuff is just not going to work out, and that's with any purchase you make. You know what I mean? It's not just a boot or anything like that. It's just some stuff. It looks better on the shelf than it would on your body and stuff like that too. And it might not fit right. It might not do anything. We just trying to give y'all our little 2 cents, not to deter you from whatever you feel like buying, but just to give you more sound of judgment. You know what I mean? From people who actually wore it. You know what I mean? So
like we've had these for years.
Yeah.
And they're really good looking boots. They've held up really well. So
even for a print like that, it's
not really bad quality.
No, the quality's not bad. It's a fitment issue more than anything.
Maybe quality control. These boots are handmade in Mexico. Maybe the quality control is just not that great,
or maybe I don't know.
Could just be the brand.
Bigger in Texas, bigger, in the U.S. itself. We kind of big around here. You know what I mean? So maybe they size 13 ain't quite the same. Maybe a slender more foot. You know what I mean, or something like that too.
If you guys get really into boot making, boots are made on something called a last, and lasts do vary between brands. And a last, for people who don't know, it's just a block. That's what they use to like physically push down the leather and create the boot around. So that determines the size of the boot.
Yeah, and then I would say too, that also goes to how old the company may be and everything like that too.
Alpha's very well compared to like what we have around us. It's a very new brand. But then again, we got Lucchese local to us. We're blessed, and they've been around for 150 years almost. 1883 is when Lucchese started making boots. We got Tony Lama local
too.
Like they've been making boots forever.
One of the other OGs in the game. You know what I mean? So
we even got newer boot brands like Alfa. No, not Alfa. Alpha's these. We got, what's that one right off Airways, dude?
I could picture it. I can't.
Yeah, me too. I'm sorry, guys.
We're bad at that. My bad. Yeah.
Blackjack boots is what I'm trying to think of. They're relatively new. They're the 90s brand. If you guys are like familiar, they make extremely good boots. The story goes they were previously Lucchese workers and they just had beef. So the guy broke off and started his own boot brand. And I personally would love a pair of blackjack boots, but they're very pricey.
But if y'all want to hook us up, y'all can.
So we're local boys.
We're not gonna start a GoFundMe, but there might be help us out so we can do another review on it too.
Would love to get a pair of like blackjacks in here. We also have other brands. We have like again on Airways. It's like Rocket boots.
Rocket boots. I think.
Which are they're custom boots.
Boots too.
They're not really like buy off the shelf.
Boots. So just know that's going to be another price tag to deal with too, depending on what
you went from a few hundred for a blackjack to blackjack you can probably get for around 500 to a rocket boot. You're a few thousand.
Yeah.
And you're talking about several months wait. It's not something you can get instantly.
Yeah, you go get measured and it's still you gotta wait for that too. So, but you know, we're learning. We're still learning. This is our hobby right now. You know what I mean? But we're still learning. You know, different about the different cuts, leathers, how it's made, stuff like that too. But specifically on just the Alfa brand, we just wanted to kind of give you like a look out for this prior to
sizing,
buying.
Sizing, if you want a real authentic, make sure you're going to their authentic exotic section.
Yeah. And if it's just more of an aesthetic look, by all means, these are great looking boots, man.
Great looking boots. Like I love my these. These
and I love the black like on this, you know, especially with the brown sole and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it looks really nice. You know what I mean? It gives just enough of a little pop, but you know, I know now this is a cow leather with the print of a caiman on it.
Yeah, but still like
but it's really nice though.
Wide square toe.
And show them about them so they can see. I'm not just saying I did. I tried these. I wore these. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it wasn't nothing. I'm just like, oh yeah, I wore them. I try to wear them.
You can see the heel cap almost to a point where it needs replacing.
Yeah.
Like so, how much Preston wears them.
Like I tried to, you know, really gave it a good shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
The reviews and stuff we're gonna give you from here on, you know, not just from here on out, but just in anything when you see any of our videos, it's gonna be from actual like wear and tear and all that stuff. It's not nothing that we just saying just
pull
to say
out the box. They're like, okay, we really like
these. These are the best, and it's like you didn't even wear those. You know what I mean? So
like we previously did an unboxing of a pair of variants, right?
Yeah.
That I got myself. We did give a review on looks, right?
Yeah.
But I haven't broken them in.
And even our grading on it was just on looks.
Yeah,
right? It was a brand new unboxing. So.
Even though both of us have had areas that we've been wearing for years, right?
Yep. But even we're still like learning about it too. Even within a certain brand, certain boots might have a certain fitment or feel to it as well. You know what I mean? So
not to go quick, like too much off subject. But we'll probably do a brand review of Ariat
for sure
because I would love to show you guys the difference between a Chinese-made Ariat and a made in Mexico Ariat because the quality differences are actually kind of vast and pretty interesting. So,
but again, this is about Alfa. We have our difference in opinion too. You know what I mean when it comes to it. But again, it's still a very affordable boot. It's still very entry level, but you get really nice looking.
Yeah, it's a great looking boot
for aesthetics and stuff like that. You get really nice looking boot. So if you are, give it a try. You know, try to take the review. You know, either with a grain of salt or as heavy as you want it to be. Until next time, we'll see y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, and then we'll be back soon.